Hi Zephyr, this is Jim Gillis with Win My Vote, and I just watched a couple of your videos off your site, the Mayday.us site, and think it's great. And also think that our missions are very much aligned with one another. So I wanted to introduce you to the Win My Vote ballot, which is completely free to voters, and voters all throughout the country can go sign up. They put their zip code in. It places them in specific districts, and if there's any conflict or overlap, we have resources on the sign up page that will get you to the right district. And then with that, we can generate your ballot for you. And this goes all the way down through state assembly, down into city council, and even school board. And the idea behind it is really the level playing field that we've all talked about. Is saying that if I'm a voter, if I had a site where I can go and see all the races and all the candidates in all the races, and I can learn about each one of the candidates and hopefully hear from them directly.
Residents can get involved with their government and improve their communities. I believe that it is a core responsibility of government, of leaders, of public leaders, to empower people, help people reach their maximum potential. Some people need a lot of help, some people not that much,
and the message is really clean and clear, and I can see the groups and organizations and other individuals that endorse this candidate. And again, this is a demo site. The real site is fuller and more built out. But then I can go to the next candidate, and I can hear what this candidate has to say.
Hey.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What's your name?
My name is Steven Cook.
Thank you for joining me, Steven.
Thank you, Justin, for having me.
Sure.
Yeah. My full-time job is as CEO of Mission Bit. We run free coding courses for public school students, and most of the courses are focused on engaging.
And I'll cut that short for purposes of this video. But I can really get to know this candidate that's running for school board, that in any other way he would never be able to afford to reach me through the typical channels that candidates are forced to go through now. So I can go through, and if I like Steven, I can favorite him, and then when I go back to my ballot, you'll see that he is favored and his nameplate is turned green here. And in this race, you can end up favoriting 4. We have to choose 4 out of the 8 candidates, but I can also unfavorite as well. And then I can look at the other candidate profiles and so on. I won't bore you so much here, but you can also look at the propositions, and you can see a summary of the proposition and the leading arguments for and against, and then you can choose yes or no. And we'll choose no on this one simply because it was yes before. And when I go back to my ballot, it's now turned green, and you can see that there's 1% that are saying no and 99% that are undecided. So gray is the undecided choice. And I can, and again, sorry about it being a little bit slow because of the it's the video capture of the computer. But if I were to change my mind and say yes, and I go back here, then it turns and says yes. So it's very easy for me to go up, learn about the propositions, hear both sides, and then select it and then move on. I can print out my favorites. I can find my polling place. I can create a group if I want. I can register to vote, and these are all just links to the Secretary of State's office for those particular actions to do. So I can do all of that stuff, and the ultimate idea is for we voters to sort of flip this thing around and then tell the candidates, I'm on Win My Vote, go there, build your profile, campaign to me. If I like what I hear, I'll favorite you and I'll vote for you. So don't bother running television ads or radio ads or doing robocalls, to my house at night. This is where I'll make my decision. So would love to talk with you, and there's lots of other features, and we have some other ideas, and we're working with lots of advocacy groups to get out to vote and get this site out there. We're also working with the National Student Parent Mock Election in facilitating the student mock election this year, which we're guessing between 5 million and 10 million students will participate and they'll be using these same ballots. So again, would love to talk with you about ideas and see what comes up. Thanks, and hope to see you. Oops, sorry about that. And you can see that I'm not